Consistency is the game, and it's a skill that we've all developed really on our fitness journey. Being able to actually just stick to something long enough to see the results, and everyone in this group call has built this skill. And really, I just want to talk about how to actually be consistent, what causes people to be inconsistent, my own experience with consistency, and how it's like helped me in other areas of my life. What is inconsistency to start with? And as you can see me on the right, this is when a period of my life when I was inconsistent. So yeah, you probably all been in the inconsistent loop before. Yeah, like you start off motivated, then you keep going, and you have this burst of motivation, and you feel like you're going to take over the world. And then something happens in your life where it gets busy, something at work happens, and then all of a sudden it kind of just throws you off. You start missing a few sessions, you lose momentum, and then yeah, you stop seeing results, and then it causes you to be inconsistent, and you get stuck in this loop where then you get motivated again, and then life gets busy, and then you get stuck in this loop of just inconsistency. Even me there on the right, like I was in lockdown, and I kept kind of convinced myself that I was going to start on Monday, and I'd start again. If you don't have structure though, and you don't have if you don't see the results, like the consistency does become 10 times harder. What is consistency to start with? It's not about perfection. It's not about like being perfect all the time, all or nothing. You can still have a bad meal. You can have a cheat meal on Sundays. You can have a terrible week, really. What causes people to be inconsistent isn't having a bad meal. It's about letting one bad meal affect your whole month. Consistency is how quickly you can then return back to the habits that actually move you forward. And this diagram is a perfect representation of this. I think it was Liam who mentioned there that you've had like a bad day. If you've had a bad day and it feels like a struggle, all you got to do is just zoom out, bro, and just look how far you've come. And it's very easy to feel like you're not progressing as much as you want to, but it's just because your standards have risen since the start. And if you zoom out long enough, I need this reminder sometimes as well. If you have sometimes you look in the mirror and you don't seem to be making that much progress, but if you zoom out long enough, you just see how far you've climbed up the mountain. And yeah, that is really what consistency looks like on a wider scale, is like just zooming out long enough and just seeing how far you progressed. Yeah, what causes people to actually be inconsistent? Now, this is the big thing, because if I've been a victim of this, I bet, this might relate to some other people before you join the program. But this, in my opinion, what causes inconsistency. So the first one is that they just rely on willpower only. They rely on their own discipline, and they just try and power through on their own without a real structure behind them. And that kind of leads into the second one. Why people struggle with inconsistency is that they just don't have the right structure or the right knowledge. So you can have all the willpower in the world, but if you don't have the right knowledge and the right structure, again, the consistency just becomes 10 times more difficult, because you're kind of just leaving everything to guesswork. And if you're guessing, you're never going to really truly become consistent, because you're just going to be guessing, and random guesswork just leads to random results, and that is what's going to lead you to being inconsistent. The third reason is that you don't see progression, and again, it's kind of comes from the fact that you don't have a structure and you're just relying on willpower. If you don't actually feel like you're progressing, and you don't actually see the progression through your own progress, through actually tracking things, it's very difficult to keep going, because if you don't feel like you're on the right path, what's the point in actually being consistent? It's like the workouts seem pointless, because you go into the gym, putting in your effort, not seeing the results. And it's the same with a diet. If you don't actually know if it's actually going to get you the results that you want, you kind of feel like the effort is just going to waste, because it kind of is, because you don't fully trust what you're doing is going to work. Number 4 is that your environment might not support you, in terms of if you have friends who are only your friends when you're going out drinking, if you've got junk food in the house, or you've got anything that basically pulls you back into your old habits and your old way of and your old behavior, that is going to make you struggle with consistency, because the temptations are there. You're only a product of your environment at the end of the day. If you've got things in the house that are keeping you stuck, whether it's sometimes your family, it can be your friends. I have really good friends back home in England, and it's like they're really good to have a good time. If you want a good time and you want to party, yeah, they're great to go to. But again, when you're in good habits and you're trying to just be on that right path where you're exercising, some friends aren't that the best. And number 5 is, the reason why people struggle with consistency is that they let one bad mistake ruin everything. So if you just miss one workout, they can let it get to you, and you can then let it bleed into the next week. Or if you enjoy your weekend and you go out one weekend to enjoy, a nice social event, you can let it get to you, and on Sunday you feel sorry for yourself, and it then bleeds into you let one bad weekend turn into a bad month. That is really why people struggle with consistency, is that they just don't get back on routine. It usually comes to the fact that, yeah, all these reasons kind of bleed into each other, because if you don't have the right structure and you don't see progression, when you have one bad mistake, it feels like what's the point in going back onto the habits if you don't even know what really works? Big problem, because people will start to think that they're the problem. I mean, I used to think this. Like, I used to think that it was either my genetics, it was my metabolism. I had all these things and these beliefs that weren't right. It was just literally I didn't have the right knowledge and the right structure. Yeah, I used to always think that it was my genetics. I look at other people in the gym and just think that they're on steroids. So it was like, oh, they're doing something that I don't know. They're doing something. But yeah, it's just knowledge. It's just having a structure. And as soon as you start progressing your lifts and you start following a diet, that is when the results start happening. But yeah, let's talk about how do we fix this. And the beautiful thing is that, I mean, these will all relate to what you've signed up to. If I'm honest, like these solutions are exactly why we're all able to be consistent, why we're all on the right path, and we can trust the process. And yeah, the first one is the structure. It's just having a structure that you can fully trust that removes the guesswork. So that way, when life gets busy, as it always does, yeah, you don't have to guess what works. You can literally just go to the gym, see what weights you're lifting, see what exercises you're doing, just knowing that you're actually going to get the results, which removes all the guesswork. Like, this is what will help with consistency. Number two, simplicity. So this is just making the habits easy enough to stick to. So like on the app, it'll show you each day, like get your steps in, eat your protein, hydrate. Just making things as simple as it can be, and just making it sustainable. Like, at the end of the day, the difference between where you was when you first started to where you are now, where you progress, is just the change in your habits and what you've done. Training with a structure, drinking more, moving your body more, walking 10k steps, whatever it is, just making it simple enough that it can actually be sustainable around your life. That is what will change and make the consistency 10 times easier. It's just simplifying it, finding out what your goals are, and just reverse engineering it to your daily habits. Number three, having progression and actually having evidence that you progressed. So things like tracking your calories, tracking your progress pictures, having something that you're actually working towards and you can track, and having that evidence. As soon as you actually also feeling the progression as well, like in your own confidence in the way that your body looks, having that progression, that is what makes the consistency 10 times easier. Because if you know that you're on the right path and you can see it with your own eyes and you can feel it within yourself, then you're never going to want to stop. That just makes the consistency just effortless. Number four, accountability. Actually having somebody there that is actually keeping you accountable to your goals. Sometimes, when life does get busy, if you don't have somebody there keeping you accountable and telling you what to do, and you're in an environment where people might not train, or they might not take the fitness as serious, the ability to fall off becomes 10 times easier, because nobody's there to keep you accountable. And having a coach in general, like even I have a coach, yeah, it keeps you accountable to someone. And sometimes actually paying someone as well keeps you committed to that goal. And that is like part of the process as well, really. And it keeps you honest. Having somebody there that you can actually trust is everything. And number five is your environment. So like even in this group call now, like having an environment of people who are on the same path, who have the same mindset, who you can learn from, that just makes the consistency 10 times easier as well, because you're going to learn from people. If you put yourself in environments, it doesn't even have to be with like this group coaching. It could just be like, if you put yourself in environments and you go to the gym, you're going to be around people who are on the same wavelength. You're putting yourself in them environments, which makes doing the right things like 10 times easier. And you can see the graph there on the bottom right, like just the compounding effect of making these small changes. I've talked about this on another presentation before, but it's always good to just be reminded that just making these small changes over a long period of time, like, it has compounding effects if you zoom out long enough. Yeah, it's true. Like when you invest in yourself, you're seeing it as an investment and not an expense. You're actually investing into a version of you that is going to commit to 6 months of actually progression, and it's like you just will never regret those sort of investments. And this is like the last slide, but like what does consistency actually change? So in my opinion, like, consistency is a skill that you develop when you actually achieve your fitness goals and when you're actually on this journey. And then that skill can then just be brought into just so many different avenues in your life. And for me, obviously, I want to ask you guys later, like, about how it's affected your life positively, like the skill of consistency. But for me, really like developing the skill of consistency with my fitness and just have physical proof that I can actually be consistent. Really, that's what you're basically doing by building a physique and building muscle. Is that you're building physical proof to people immediately that you can actually be consistent. And yeah, you start to trust yourself with bigger things because you're actually, that's all that confidence is really, is just building physical proof that you can stick to your word. And as a result, for me, it's really helped me even with like traveling. Obviously, I'm in Vietnam right now and just meeting new people. It's 10 times, I feel 10 times more confident within myself and to communicate and speak to people. Obviously, I start posting content, and when you first start, I bet your first post on YouTube, for instance, posted your Instagram reel, you've got to understand that you've got to be consistent. You can't just post one reel on Instagram and expect to like blow up or whatever. You've got to understand this and understand consistency. And it's the same with the coaching. I bet like when you first started as a PT, but it's understanding consistency and with time and just improving yourself the same way that you do in the gym. That same skill set can just get brought into everything else. And yeah, I've put it there, that understanding and developing the skill of consistency just bleeds into everything. Obviously with Muay Thai, I learned Muay Thai, which is Thai boxing, last year as a complete beginner. And because I built the skill of consistency with building, getting in shape, I kind of brought that into Muay Thai. Although I was crap when I first started and I was rubbish, I just understood if I just spent time and I just improved a little bit each time, the same way that I did with building my physique, eventually I could get to a point where I can then fight, and I ended up doing that. But it was only because I kind of just knew that, I could just change it. If I can change my body through being consistent and being intentional, I could kind of bring that into anything else really. And it's the same skill with any hobby that you want to do. If you want to start doing knitting, if you want to start doing YouTube, or if you want to start anything really, yeah, it's just the same. It's the same skill with every endeavor that you go with in life.